Hey guys, it's Matt from You and Your Horror Movies, and this week we are doing Top 10 Tuesday for full moon films. This is my third time recording this because every time I'm doing the list, I think of another film and I find it in my collection. So hopefully this is the final straw of actually going it because I completely forgot some box sets that I had that had some full moon films. I don't own Puppet Master 3. If I did, that will be definitely be in here. So I kind of went through the collection again and resorted. So here you go for my top 10 full moon films. Number 10 is Laser Blast. This movie is so bad, it's good. Uh, Young kid, getting picked on all the time, finds this alien gun, puts it on his arm and starts blowing up shit. Blowing people up, buildings, cars, and the gun is actually morphing him into a monster. And of course, the aliens land, and they look like these weird, cracked out ETs that, take care of business. Fun film. I remember watching this when I was a kid, and it was great. So my number 10 is Laser Blast. Number 9 is kind of a new, just got released. The transfer is not that great, but I really enjoyed it. It's called Crash. This is another killer car film. This guy's wife finds this trinket talisman in a shop, outside, and her husband sends this dog to kill her, but she lives through the car accident, and she's holding on to the talisman, and now she can control the car with her thoughts. So the car is just driving alone and pretty much crashing into people, crashing into other cars, which are causing car accidents. It was a really good killer car film. Cool revenge type style. And I didn't know Full Moon put this out until they released it. I'm like, wow. The transfer quality is not the greatest, but it's a fun film to watch. That's why it's number 8. Number 7 is Doll Man. This is one of the ones I forgot I had in a box set. Doll Man with Chris Christopherson. Yes. That floating head in a space capsule is hysterical. That's his nemesis. They're on this planet where they're all short. They end up landing to Earth, and where we're our normal size, he is tiny. And so is his arch villain there. So he has to go around and stopping his villain on planet Earth. Yep, he's only 13 inches tall. But it's funny as hell. They spawned some other films off this one, The Demonic Toys versus Doll Man. And another film that's in my top 10, which I won't spoil. So yeah, number 9 is Doll Man. Actually, it's number 8. And that is Bad Channels. Bad Channels, after this was made, they did the Doll Man versus Demonic Toys because in this movie, this alien invades a DJ set and takes over and starts shooting out its tunes and attracting women and shrinking them down to small size through these weird dreams and very cool rock and rollish music videos. Also, the Blue Oyster Cult did the soundtrack to it, which is awesome. And of course, when the girls escape, one doesn't, and she stays tiny. And that's why she's with the Doll Man in Doll Man vs. Demonic Toys. So that was kind of cool how they did that. They even mentioned this back and forth. So yes, Bad Channels, a lot of fun. Soundtrack is really great. Highly recommend it. The alien looks pretty cool. This big ass head thing. It was fun. Fun little flick. Alright, my next one is Shrieker. This is, I can't really lose count all the time. 6. Shrieker, I did a review of this on Body Bags. It's a fun flick. I think this was in the 90s. A bunch of college students are pretty much living in an abandoned hospital off the grid so they could save money on tuition and everything. Come to find out, this woman comes in and she finds a guy in the basement who gives her these papers with different writings on it. Come to find out, there's this ancient creature that is born from a demonic cult, if you want to call it, called the Shrieker. If you hear the shrieking, it's after you, and it's marked by paper and everything. Pretty cool special effects. When the creature goes through the walls, it's kind of funny. It's fun. I definitely recommend checking out Shrieker if you can find it. Number 5. Hey, look, there's Demonic Toys. I remember watching this when I was on TV. I'm like, oh, this is pretty badass. I love the robot and the Jack-in-the-Box. Not a big fan of Demonic Toys, too, but I really enjoyed Demonic Toys. What can I say? That teddy bear just kicked ass, growing and tearing shit apart. Fun film. Nothing really, well, it's cheesy bad, but it's Demonic Toys. What do you expect? All right, number 4. I'm going with is Puppet Master 4. For some reason, I love watching Puppet Master 4, even with 5. They go well together. But 4 was fun. They brought back Torch because he was missing in 3. And they bring him back in 4 and 5. And this, they bring in a new evil. This is where the dolls, well actually, part 3 is the dolls become kind of like anti-heroes. So 4 continues it, where the dolls are helping this kid who is working on like a laser tag type game. He comes across the Toulon's chest. He reanimates the dolls, and now there's this evil demonic presence is trying to take over the world with these totems, and the puppets have to fight the totems. And it was really cool. And then when it ends, it goes right into part 5. And of course, there's a stupid midnight releasing, but I found it for a couple bucks. So I picked it up because I wanted 4 and 5. So number 4 is number 4. Number 3 is The Seed People. Another fun flick. Aliens come down to Earth, and they're like plants, and they start attacking certain people and turning them into these pod-like type people. One was kind of like they kill this guy with popcorn type thing. They spray all this weird popcorn on him, and he mutates into one of this type of pod creatures. There's 3 different types. You have a flying one that's flying around. This one is a walker, kind of spits green shit at you. And then there's this one who can turn into like a ball and just roll. And pretty much they're trying to take over the world. It's kind of like a weird Invasion of the Body Snatchers type film. But it actually is pod people. That's why they call it seed people. And they're gigantic seeds that they're harvesting from the ground. Fun flick. I highly recommend Seed People for sure. Just cheesy good. Number 2 is Tourist Trap. Full moon slasher film. Great slasher in itself. Unfortunately, the Blu-ray it doesn't do its justice. Stick with the DVD if you can. I highly recommend keeping the DVD. But kind of a weird slasher that has powers. But those mannequins are freaky as hell that he has all around up in his town. The slashing is pretty good. Some good kills. It's got Chuck Connors in it. Come on. Gotta love this film. I highly recommend Tourist Trap. If you always walk by it, you never decide to pick it up, pick it up. That's my number 2. And of course, number 1 I have is Puppet Master. Of course, I need to get the rest. I need to work on it. But Puppet Master, this is the Mac Daddy of all the Puppet Masters. It started them off. Great stop animation. You have the original Puppet Masters of Blade, Pinhead, Tunneler, Leech Woman, and Jester. Those were your main, and they started spawning new ones, which was awesome. I really love the Puppet Master films up to part 5. 6, The Curse. I won't get into that one. So after that, they start going a little bit downhill. They start going up with Axis, Rise of Axis. So I highly recommend Puppet Master. And that is my Top 10 Tuesday for Full Moon Films. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Let me know what you think. And later. Peace.